Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your work here?
Okay. My background is like my father is a diplomat, so I've been following all over the different countries. And as I was following my father, I attended different kind of art school in different countries. So that's sort of my background.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You got a lot of perspective, a lot of experience. Where you originally from?
I'm from Korea.
Korea.
Wait, me too.
You too?
All right.
Wow, that's
I'm
nice to
South
see.
Korea, yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I was born there and then I
Oh.
moved here.
Oh, that's great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That's great. Yeah.
So, in this exhibition, do you have a favorite piece that?
Yes, my favorite piece, there are a few of them. So I did the recent one I did was like Spring of Joy. So as I was doing the garden, it just came to my mind. So I put a lot of joyful spring flower colors.
First of all, I want to get into sort of your inspiration and your sort of your personal motive, your drive for art. So who or what inspired you to create art? Was there a role model, or was there like a larger idea or a passion that inspired you?
Well, I've always been very interested in doing art ever since I've been little. My mother has stories of me drawing dinosaurs on the toilet paper.
Oh my gosh.
So I've always been doing art my whole life. Also, I'm very interested in animals. So I was early on, I was considering maybe being a zoologist or herpetologist because I like reptiles. But then I decided art was probably the better avenue for me.
I see. So just naturally it came. You just love putting your ideas onto paper and visualizing them.
Yeah, it's funny. It just sort of comes to me in a way. It's like some people do sketches and they change it and they do it again, and I just paint it. It just comes right. I don't really know what I'm going to do until I do it a lot of times. I mean, with this one I did. Obviously, I was painting my cat.
That's your cat, Tina, right?
That's Tina, yeah. But a lot of my stuff is more abstract. Like this one and stuff.
Wow. Now that comes like just by doing it. As you're doing
Yes.
it, you come up with the idea, and sometimes that can make the best art. Whatever comes just genuinely into your mind versus like having a planned, scripted idea.
Yeah,
which is
because then it's kind of exciting for me because I don't know really what it's going to be like until it's done. So I'm sort of reacting to what I'm doing. Like if I paint red and something here, and then I think this will look good over this. You know what I mean? I'm dealing with it as I'm going.
So do you paint to like find a message, or do you already have a message you want to paint?
Oh, it's just an expression of what I want to bring out, sort of. I do have themes sometimes. Like I'm very interested in UFOs.
Yeah.
So that has been coming into my work more than usual because everything that's going on with the congressional hearings now. So this is important stuff. But I've here's a little painting
Oh my god.
of a regular UFO.
That's nice. Yeah.
And then I've been doing a series of paintings on found metal that I've been doing this for like 20 years, believe it or not.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
And again, it's like my shapes, my hieroglyphics are put onto the.
So you just found that like off the highway?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually sometimes people find them for me. People have been giving them to me now,
Oh my god.
but they kind of come to me synchronistically. They just appear, and there it is, and I'm like, oh wow, And then when you clean them off, they're beautiful because they have incredible shapes, just like nature made this,
Well, part of art and is not only creating like beauty, is finding beauty in things that might not, most people might not perceive, such beauty in. Like for example, scraps of metal in the highway. You got more stuff in there.
Yeah,
right?
well, I wanted to show you what I do with those scraps. Okay, originally when I made them in single pieces, and I just thought I'd make one, but then I made another one and another one. And another one. Before you know it, I'm up to, believe it or not, I'm up to 312.
Wow.
Oh my.
But what I've done since I've made so many of them is now I put them together and I make like an installation. So this is kind of what.
Wait, that's so beautiful.
Wow.
And this is a huge figure. It's like a giant. It's like 9 feet tall.
So this is a picture of it, but
This is just part of it. You know, it goes down the whole body and the arms. This is actually Enki. Enki is a Sumerian god.
Enki. Wow.
Yeah, and he supposedly is the Noah character. Noah.
Like Noah's Ark. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was before Noah. Noah is sort of like a copy of Enki.
Yeah. That's the
But
first.
anyway, you can't see it here, but in one hand he holds something that looks like a pine cone. It's not a pine cone. It represents the pineal gland for third sight. This is what they were talking about 6,000 years ago.
That is insane.
It's really amazing.
You're very interested in those types of things, like hieroglyphics, like sort of, you know.
Sumerian.
Yeah, and I know a lot of really interesting people too, like the attorney Daniel Sheehan. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's like one of the top attorneys in the world, and he's the one bringing out UFO disclosure. He's like the top guy that's doing this. I know other people, whatever. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, it's good to think critically about, because, what you hear might not always be what the reality is. And there's a lot of discrepancies. There's a lot of blind spots,
There's a lot of disinformation.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of misinformation, and there's a lot of lies.
I completely agree with you. I have the same feeling, and sometimes expressing with your art is sometimes more powerful than the words that you can bring out.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, we're talking about your creativity, expressing these types of ideas that are not like exactly conventional ideas. For you, what is the biggest creative risk you think that you've taken through art? A creative risk that you've something like that.
Dealing with this subject, I think, is a risk, because I used to know this guy named Bud Hopkins. He's an artist, and he's a very famous UFO researcher. And he told me when I first met him, he goes, whatever you do, don't start putting UFO stuff in your artwork. He says it's not going to help it, So that could be true a little bit, but I'm still going to do what I feel I want to do.
Yeah, if you listen to him, then that's not. If you listen to what somebody else tells you to do with your artwork, is that really genuine? It's not, because it's not coming from you.
Right.
That's not
Exactly.
It's not your. So, take it from what you will, but I feel like it's great that you express your ideas, UFOs on drawings, other things, because it all comes from within. Artists always, sometimes it just comes naturally within them. Sometimes they have like a certain motive or purpose that's deeply ingrained, something maybe that is sparked within their childhood, or something that they developed as they grew up. So what or who inspired you, to make art? Was it, did you have a role model? Did you have an idea for art? What inspired you?
I love nature. So I walk every day, and when I pass by the pond and I see the fish, then I put it in my painting.
Wow.
So whatever I feel, like as I was doing the gardening and I see the butterfly, so I put that in my painting.
I see.
Yeah,
That's
and
nice.
and
Love
then
nature.
the green field and like green grass of home or something like that. I just put it in my.
So do you enjoy like painting outside or doing sketches outside, or?
I end up doing my studio, which is my closet.
I see.
Yeah, but that's my little studio. But I'm happy.
Everyone has
there.
their place. So.
Yeah.
That's
So.
nice. And you have also, I want to talk about stylistically. You have you use a variety of different mediums, such as you use acrylic, leaded glass, sculpture. We talked about the scrap metals, collage, a lot of things. Your art is very diverse. You don't have just one set style. For you, do you have like a certain favorite medium? And what do you enjoy about that medium so much? Like any certain style that's like your hallmark?
Favorite? I don't know. I experiment. I'll try different things. I usually use acrylic.
I see.
These metal things I'm doing all the time now. All night long I'm painting, watching TV, listening to music, painting all the time. Because the more I have, then I can do a huge installation.
Yeah, it's a wide variety, and so yeah, you use a lot of different mediums, and wow, it's
This is a piece. This is
what's that
This
one?
is really not normally what I do, but I made this with an ex-girlfriend, and it was both our ideas. And she's very spiritual. She was a healer, so we thought this was good. And a lot of people have this because they wake up and they look at it. It's like positive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we also, when it comes to sort of, because your artwork is very good stylistically, but also it holds a deeper meaning, and you've kind of, when we've looked towards you and kind of what you've done and how you express yourself, you are known to be like open in social media, open politically. So do you have a certain view in expressing politics in art? Not a specific view of politics, but in general expressing politics in art. And do you think that artists have a responsibility to do so, or do you think that art should stay out of politics?
Oh, definitely. Artists should. We tell the truth. We should speak up. And I do actually. I don't know if I should even say this, but I did 6 collages about Trump.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't show them anywhere because, I don't want to get shot. But they're powerful. They're collages with his face and different things.
I see. Yeah, I mean, that's like sometimes you have a responsibility to do that because art can be like something meaningless that you just drop, but art can be something that evokes a certain feeling, and that's the beauty of it, is it can be so abstract in different ways. So I also want to talk about this would be, if we were talking like 2-3 years ago, this wouldn't be much of a discussion. But when it comes to AI, what is your view on the use of AI in art? I can already kind of understand what your view is on this, but can you explain a little bit about what you think about that and what your perspective is?
Well, I think AI is good for some things, but I wouldn't substitute for creativity. Even though it can do it, I guess it's taking away from humans. I don't like AI.
Yeah, it's I mean, people. I see myself, and I've known other people that their brain power is just reduced with AI. Forget about creativity; that's already like out of the way. But their brain power and their processing ability to think analytically, even in school and in other things, because AI just makes the job so much easier. Sometimes it's just the best way you learn something is not reading an AI overview, for example. It's getting into the research or getting into the depth. And I think really when it comes to any art, like as you mentioned, art and like also film and media, that's just you can destroy it because it reduces like the human aspect of it.
Yes.
I have one more question before we go with Irene. I want to talk about you using recycle material and waste, which by the way is very conservation minded.
Yeah.
I know you do it for the art, but it's also very conservation minded, and we very much appreciate that. Like finding recycled and waste and using it for like genuine purpose. So you use materials such as highway metal scraps and glass, as well as also natural materials. And we wanted to ask, what first inspired this practice? What first inspired you to just go on the freeway and pick up scraps of metal to use as art?
Well, that was purely accidental. I was walking to lunch. I was working at the time at a frame shop. And I just saw this piece of metal on the road, and that's kind of interesting. But I just walked past it.
I see.
Then the next day, going to lunch again, see the same piece of metal. I picked it up. Let me take this, And then I didn't even paint on it for months. I just had it in my apartment, Then slowly I decided, let me do this. And, I was hearing, I don't know if you guys ever heard Art Bell.
Art Bell?
Yeah.
What is that?
It was a radio show. It's not on anymore, but
I see.
It was on at night, like from 12 to 4 in the morning. And I would stay up and listen. It was all about, UFO cases and all these different paranormal things. Very interesting. But I would stay up all night and paint, you know, listening to that, you know.
Wow.
So,
And then that's how it started, the
that's how
whole
it started.
thing. What type of style do you most enjoy using in your art? Do you have a favorite style? Do you have like a certain unique type of like art, you know, a medium that you use in your art?
Well, it started with oil, but
Oil.
then I switched to acrylic,
I see.
and I did some collage.
Wow, that's
Put
nice.
a little bit here and there, and then lately I've been using some pencil as well.
Sketching, that's
Mhm.
nice.
So when creating Celebration of Color, did you create new works specifically for the
Yeah.
exhibition or select existing pieces?
Yeah, it's sort of a retrospective. There's paintings from many different years. So, you know, if you look at the dates, you could see, you know, they all sort of go together a little bit, but they're all different too. 'Cause, you know, my work is connected, but I do jump off and do different things, you know, every once in a while.
Did you have like a favorite artist or a specific role model, both of you, that you you always looked up to or aspired? I mean, not necessarily that you want to copy them, but that you just very enjoyed a lot.
Well, I went to the School of Visual Arts, and one of the teachers there was Elizabeth Murray, and she is like one of my favorite artists. But she wasn't my teacher, unfortunately.
really?
Yeah, she was there, but she wasn't my teacher. But I've
see.
seen her work in museums. She's incredible. She's like one of my favorites.
What type of art does she do?
Abstracts, but they're shaped canvases, so they're not square. They're like
Wow.
weird
That's
shapes.
interesting.
I
They're
see.
put together. But just look up Elizabeth Murray. She's great.
Elizabeth Murray.
I love her.
What about, did you have anybody, or is it just
Yeah,
come?
I like Miro and Paul Klee and Kandinsky. I like their color and that little symbols. You know, I kind of like that.
I see.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So what's your story behind creating this exhibition?
Well, me and Jeannie decided let's have a show together. And we said the Greenburgh Library is a beautiful place. Let's see if we could get a show there. And they gave us a show.
So what was it like collaborating with Jeannie, and what did that process look like?
Well, you know, we've been, you know, friends a long time. And, you know, our work goes together fairly well, I think. Well, you could tell hers from mine, but they're in the same vein, sort of. Yeah.
So like even if it's different, you guys have a common message you want to share with this exhibition?
No, her message is not my message.
So what's your message?
Well, I mean, I don't have a message, but, you know, it deals with, you know, paranormal and, you know, the whole UFO phenomenon and just my own sense of the way I like to put things together. You know, it's hard to.
So do you have a favorite piece in this exhibition, and what makes it meaningful to you?
This exhibition. Well, there's one there called Sacred. That's pretty good. It has a pyramid. It's got a photographic collage, and it's kind of a portal over the pyramid a little bit.
I see.
We'll see.
So are you trying to make the people who view your pieces a bit more curious
Yeah.
about the unknown?
Yes.
Is that what you like?
Yeah, open people's minds a little bit, see things they don't normally see.
So we're gonna move on to like the community. So you seem to attend many local concerts and art exhibitions around Yonkers. So how important is it for artists to support one another, and what impacts have you seen on the local arts community?
Well, it's very important. You know, artists need to support each other because nobody else is going to. No, I mean, there are collectors out there, but, you know, it's hard. It's a hard road being an artist, you know. Everything's so expensive now.
Like, what do you enjoy, for example, in acrylic or in collage? Like, let's say, like, maybe choose a medium that you enjoy. Like let's say, like, I don't know, like collage. Like, what do you enjoy about that?
I just do it, you know. I mean, you know, everybody actually, you know, a lot of people say artwork is so fun to do. I mean, you have fun doing it, right?
Yeah, that's part of it.
I don't.
You know.
I mean, to me, it's rewarding when it comes out good and it's done. But a lot of times working on it, it's not so fun.
I see.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of work.
That is something I didn't think. I mean, I never thought much about that. I mean, it's more of like the ends rather than like
Right.
the means and how you do it. And that's a very interesting perspective that you mentioned. You know,
I mean, like with these ones, I'll paint the white and then I mess it up, right? So I can let it dry, then I go back with the black and I fix it. Then I mess that up and I'm gonna go back with the white again. I do that like 10 times on these. It's like it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You don't see it, when you're looking at it because it's done. But
Yeah.
and a lot of times like paintings, you can work on them for like months, years on end because sometimes you've never finished. Sometimes like there's always something to add. Like with Da Vinci, for example, in the Mona Lisa, like he never. They say he never even finished the Mona Lisa. He was still in the process of painting it because there's still a new perspective or new ideas that will come up or self-criticism that will come up when you're painting that will that will push you to paint more and to make the thing better and better. And that's the beauty of art.
right. Well, that's what you never know when it's finished. I mean,
Yep.
especially if it's an abstract. It's like sometimes you can ruin a piece too. If you overdo it. You have to really know when to stop, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and her work is so happy though. It's like my work is a little dark sometimes,
Yeah, very
Your work is like very complex and interesting. I mean,
but hers is so happy. It's like her
with
titles,
nature and
Yeah. But also, I was going to say that I was, when I was young, my parents took me to museums a lot, and I used to always go right to the Picassos,
the guys.
Miro's, the Kandinskys. I didn't really like the Rembrandts.
I see.
I like the more modern.
So, looking back on your career, has your definition of art changed?
My definition.
Tough. Tough.
No, I always thought it was hard, and it still is.
It still is.
That's my definition, I guess.
But you enjoy doing it, so.
Well, it's who I am. It's really all I can do. I mean.
For you, it was always since when you were a kid to now. It was always just you either it was on a piece of toilet paper or if it was on a canvas.
Yeah.
You were always painting. It came naturally. The point was that it was a way to express yourself that beat words or beat I don't know like anything else, which is really great. And that was your definition of art, I guess, just expression, and thinking while you were doing. What about you? I mean,
Whatever I feel each day, as I walk, if I see something, I just like to put on my canvas.
I see.
And then the color comes as the color comes, and the next moment I feel another color, I just put it on.
Yeah, her work is very intricate. When you see it downstairs, it's very. There's a lot going on in it. It's really quite beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys very much for having this
Marc.
talk
Thank
with
you
us.
so much.
I appreciate it.
so much.
Thank you very much.
you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you, Paul, and Jeannie.
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 Jeannie with a light brown hair, or Jeannie with a bottle.
Jeannie with the ball. That's what I was thinking.
I
like
dream of
that
Jeannie.
bottle.
Well, thank you guys very much.
All right.
We appreciate that. And if you guys, if
Well, also, could we thank
Yeah.
Paul Feiner? He's such a great guy.
Yes, Paul Fine.
Oh yeah, Paul Feiner is incredible. So many new ideas. He he was the one that helped helped us start with sort of like this line of like interviews and
he's
shows
great.
and talking with people.
He's so good. He came to our show and he filmed a live stream of our show. It was so fun, and he's nice.
Yeah, Paul is a great guy.
And then he said he's going to let us have a show at the town hall or something.
Oh yeah.
That would be amazing.
So-
He's always coming up with ideas. I'm telling you, every single day, it's a million new ideas that come up, and it's really great because he's never content with something. There's always more to do for the community, more events and more projects to include. So yeah, Mr. Feiner is really a great
He
guy.
is.
So,
To Mr. Feiner.
shout out to Mr. Feiner. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it again.
Thank
And
you very much.
to any of the viewers, if you would like to see the art exhibition at the Greenburgh Public Library, it's downstairs, including Jeannie's and Paul's fabulous art projects and paintings. So anyways, thank you very much, and hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.